Gems, treasures from the earth. Gems, treasures from the earth. Focus question. Why do many people consider gems to be valuable? Introduction. Many people consider gems to be Earth's most beautiful creations. They are willing to spend thousands of dollars for even a small bit of that beauty. There are three main types of gems. The first two, crystals and stones, are made of minerals, the natural non-living substance that make up most rocks. Crystals are minerals that form in tight shapes that meet patterns. Stones are mixed minerals that have beautiful colors and patterns but do not have strict shapes. The third group, organic gems, are made by living things. How are gems formed? Crystals are special forms of minerals. Every mineral is made of millions of particles called atoms. In most rocks, the atoms are mixed together, but in crystals, the atoms are arranged in neat, orderly patterns. Crystals have flat sides called faces, which form shapes. Most crystals form deep within the earth under very special conditions. Some, like diamonds, form when the mineral is squeezed under layers of rocks. The squeezing forces the atoms to arrange themselves in the smallest shape possible. Others, such as shaperites, form when a mineral gets so hot inside the earth that it melts. As it slowly cools, the atoms form irregular crystalline patterns, and still other gems, such as opals, form when minerals dissolve in water. As the water evaporates very slowly, the mineral left behind forms a crystal. Make your own crystals. Rock salt, also known as halite, forms when salty seas evaporate. When you watch a much smaller version of this same process using just water and ordinary salt. Mix a tablespoon of salt into a cup of warm water. Stir it until it dissolves. Keep adding salt a little at a time until no more salt will dissolve. Put a clean toothpick in the water. Place the cup somewhere warm in the sun. As the water evaporates, crystals will form on the toothpick and the sides of the cup. Look at the crystals under a magnifying glass. What do they look like? The minerals and stones do not form orderly patterns, and they may have other minerals mixed in. Stones often form in layers that make streaks and lines, called the grain. Organic germs, which include pearls, amber, and coral, some form from living things. Pearls begin when a grain of sand gets trapped inside an oyster's shell. The oyster covers the grain with layers of the materials it uses to build its shell. Coral is made of skeletons left behind by millions of tiny sea creatures. Amber began millions of years ago as tree sap. How do gems get into jewelry? Most mineral gems are found deep within the earth. Because gems are so small and rare, mining is often still done by hand. Miners must chip and cut the rock, looking for stones within it. Do you know? Opals form when mineral-rich water evaporates from cracks underground. This leaves a streak of mineral crystal in the rock. Streaks of crystal are called veins. The best opals in the world are found in veins under the ground in the Australian desert town of Coober Pedy. In Australian Aborigine language, Coober Pedy means white man in a hole. When a miner finds a gem, it is often very rough. Its surface looks dull. Its shape is bumpy. Gems often have cracks, dark marks, bubbles, and other flaws. Gem cutters cut gems into regular shapes that show off their best part and covered with flaws. Most crystal gems are cut into flat surfaces called facets. Facets show off the gem's color and pattern and allow it to sparkle. The popular brilliant cut style is often used with diamonds. This style has many facets that reflect light of the gem. Deep green emeralds are often cut into a style called the step cut. The rose cut was often found in older gems. The oldest style of cut, the cabochon, is simply rounded and polished. It is most often used with opaque stones. Other gems such as jade and coral can be curved into small shapes. What makes gems valuable? Gems are valuable because they are beautiful and they are rare. The value of a gem is determined by the gem's hardest and a system called the 4 C's: cut, carat, weight, color, and clarity. Cut refers to how well the gem is cut and polished, or how beautiful the natural gem is. Carat weight is the size of the stone. The carat weighs about as much as a piece of unpopped popcorn. Do you know? The word carat comes from the seeds of the carob tree. For centuries, jewelers weighed gems according to carob seeds, which grow in pods. The seeds are incredibly similar in weight, no matter which tree or pod they come from. The modern carat weighs about as much as one carob seed. The next of the 4 C's, color, is one of the things that makes gems beautiful. Unlike regular rocks, gems have bright, pure, strong colors. The stronger and purer the color, the more valuable the gem is. Often, the same mineral can form different colored gems. Some rubies and blue sapphires both contain the same mineral. The different colors come from the tiny bits of other chemicals mixed with the main mineral. Surety refers to how flawless the gem is. Gems with dark marks, cracks, and bubbles are less valuable than gems without these flaws. Gems that are cloudy are also less valuable than clearer gems, but surety is often not as important as the size and rarity of a gem. Emeralds often have many flaws, but because they are so rare, a flawed emerald is more valuable than a flawless diamond. Heartless and the Mohs scale. Heartless indicates how pure and tightly structured a mineral is in the gemstone. It is in a gemstone. A geologist named Friedrich Mohs developed a scale to test the hardness of gemstones. He simply scratched one gem with another. A gem can only scratch other gems that are softer than it is. Diamonds, the hardest substance on earth, can scratch anything but can only be scratched by another diamond. What are some types of gems? Diamonds are the hardest natural things in the world, because diamonds can cut anything, including metal and stone. Flawless diamonds are often put on saws and drill tips. Very rare diamonds can be yellow, red, or blue. One of the most famous diamonds, the Hope Diamond, is not the largest, but it is an unusual sky blue color. The largest diamond ever found is the Galuna Diamond, which was discovered in South Africa. It weighs over 3,100 carats and was as large as a pineapple. Do you know? Graphite or pencil lead is actually the same mineral as diamonds. In graphite, the atoms are arranged in loose layers. This makes graphite very soft, so soft that if you rub it on a piece of paper, the atoms break off, leaving a pencil mark. In diamonds, those same atoms have been squeezed together so tight that nothing except another diamond can stretch them off. Rubies and sapphires are made of the same mineral. Rubies are always blood red or pink. Any other form of the mineral, no matter the color, is considered sapphire. Do you know? Birthstones were first worn in the Middle Ages. Astrologers and fortune tellers often associated birthdays with certain stars, planets, flowers, and gems. Your gemstones supposedly brought you good luck, protection, and wealth. These are different lists of birthstones in different places. The following is a current list of birthstones in the state. My birthday is on July, so my birthstone is ruby. What is your birthstone? Tell it on the comment. The quartz family is the most common of all crystals. Quartz is found all over the world in the colors of the rainbow. The most valuable quartz is a stone called opal. Emeralds are another kind of crystal and are known for their long green color. Gems, quality emeralds are rare and usually small, but people prize their color so much that emeralds are more valuable than diamonds. Jade is one of the most beautiful stones. Jade can be lavender, white, and almost every shade of green, which is the most valuable. Blue-green turquoise often has pretty spots that streaks running through it. Much of the world's turquoise is set in silver. Natural pearls are not perfectly round and are very rare. It takes an oyster many years to create a pearl from a tiny bit of sand. Almost all of the beautiful round pearls in jewelry stores come from pearl farms. Pearl farmers place a round shell bead into an oyster's shell. The oyster covers the bead into a special substance to create perfectly round pearl. Conclusion. Beautiful gems can be found around the world. For centuries, people have killed and died for them. Mining gems with dynamite and strip mines is often dangerous, damaging both human and the earth. Scientists can grow gems in the lab that are identical in the finest natural gems but cost 1,000 times less. One day, created gems might help fill our desire for gemstones' beauty while protecting Earth and its people.